What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Anthony, for a lot of people like me, my age, that grew up on Star Wars, C-3PO and R2-D2 are like the friends that we grew up with. You know, in being able to buy the toys and the action figures. It really was about a boy and his droids. What's it been like all these years, meeting grown men and women, and listening to them talk about what this character has meant to them?
I find it enchanting, and I do say that often people come up to me when they know who I am and say, quite simply, they say, thank you for my childhood.
Yeah.
And to begin with, it kind of, I didn't really understand. Now I completely get it, that somehow George Lucas caught or made the zeitgeist at the time.
Right.
And it means so much to so many people, but it means something different to me, you see. And I'm only now just understanding the depth of love that people have. And I'm not sure why it caught the imagination back in 1977 when it came out. But boy, it certainly did. So many stories I hear, old father taking son and so on, and that kind of thing. And maybe, you know, times moved on and things have changed, but for that kid who's now a middle-aged man, it's a wonderful return to childhood.
I can imagine. You know, you've said, Anthony, that in The Force Awakens, the big thing about 3PO was the red arm, which you didn't like very much, and you complained incessantly about it to JJ. You've also said that 3PO was a little bit of a decoration on the side in Episode 8, and hence you sort of prepared yourself to be a bit of an extra again in the new film, but you were very pleasantly surprised with the plan that...
Hugely surprised, and what was really irritating was JJ wouldn't give me a script until the very last second, because it did keep changing and he wanted me to have the latest iteration. So when I finally got it, I went, it's cool. And of course things get chopped around in production and in final editing, but you know, I saw the film last week and I was just so excited by it, and it's quite different from some of the other ones, so I think the audience would be surprised. But I felt very satisfied, and I'm not sad it's the last one, I'm not sad it's sort of over. 3PO is not over, but for the films maybe. But
you're sure that he's not done, yeah?
He's got other forms of life, I think. Shall we put it like that?
Nice. You know, 3PO, of course, first appeared in A New Hope, and he's been in every single Star Wars film since. How much has the suit changed, and when did it start to become comfortable?
I wouldn't say it's comfortable, but it's a wonderful piece of craftsmanship, because very few suits are made like that, really. All the way through each film, we've adapted each little bit. Finally, in this film, The Force Awakens, The Rise of Skywalker, I do actually have hands, and you will see me holding something.
Right.
Hands that relate to my hands, so I can actually grip. And also, I now have a head that comes on and off in 6 seconds, so I can breathe and all that kind of thing. This is a big progress for me. But he always has to look the same beautiful face.
Right. And finally, do you remember what the last day of filming on The Rise of Skywalker was like?
Yes.
Was it a little bit extra emotional because you knew it was the end of an...
Yes, and here's the curious thing. I didn't say anything.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I had no lines in that final scene. Isn't that crazy? 3PO has chattered away all through.
All through,
but
yeah.
I do want fans in India to really enjoy this, because I was amazed just changing planes in Delhi at the airport. Somebody came, I was standing at the gate, and a man came up and said, you know, please may I take a photo?
That's incredible.
And I said, why? He said, because you're answer. I didn't realize we had fans in India. So enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for our childhood. Thank you for bringing so much joy in our lives. Thank you so much.